Hey everybody, it's Jim here. And at the end of the year last year, I revisited a series that I made about 30 to 35 episodes on, believe it or not, about guitars that had come and gone, that I have bought, and that I have eventually sold. In this series, I revisit that guitar, my time with it, some pros, some potential cons, and then answer the question of, would I rebuy that guitar? Today's guitar, I gave you guys an option of 3 in a live stream last Thursday. You chose this one. It is the Fender 60th Anniversary Jaguar. Now, there are only 3 guitars I genuinely regret selling in my life. One of them was a 50th anniversary Lake Placid blue Fender Jaguar. Unfortunate circumstances, I did not sell that for a profit. I sold it because I was in a bad way, which does happen, even to the best of us, so to speak. But I always told myself, if Fender ever made a 60th anniversary or some really special model similar to the 50th that I was forced to sell, that I was going to pick one up. So when I saw this guitar come up on the Fender website, it was a no-brainer. I called up a shop that I visited a lot in my younger days, and that was Parkway Music. They told me they were only getting one. They didn't even have it in yet. So before even seeing this guitar or the shop having it, they had my money. And 2 weeks later, the guitar showed up. When I opened up the case, I was not disappointed aesthetically whatsoever. That Lake Placid blue finish, it's got this beautiful kind of sparkle to it. Stunning guitar, man. Absolutely stunning guitar. Picked it up, gave it a few strums. I was really happy with kind of the neck shape of it. It's a bit of a beefier neck on it. If you're not used to a neck like that, you might be caught off guard, but I actually really like that part of the guitar. Had to put it away though, because I had stuff to do as far as other work, and I waited till tomorrow, well, at that time, the next day, to be able to play it again. But the first thing that I thought was, I wasn't really blown away by it. However, plug things in, that can change. Next day I plugged the guitar in, and maybe it's the fact that at the same time that I had this guitar, I had a Fender Custom Shop Jaguar, and I purchased that because I wanted to resell it. It was such a good deal. I figured I'll hold on to it long enough until I get a Jaguar at a less expensive kind of price, take the profits, and go from there and keep the forever Jaguar as is. But things don't always go as to plan. Here's where the problems start here. First of all, I don't know. I'm a stickler for details. I'm a stickler for companies not false advertising things. I talked to Fender about this, but on the pickguard itself, there's a little sticker whenever you buy a new Fender guitar these days. It says, Pure Vintage 65 Pickups. Now, I'm a huge Fender guy. I'm a huge Fender Jaguar guy. On the website, it says specially voiced 60th anniversary pickups. So, obviously these are not specially voiced 60th anniversary pickups. Now, are they? These pickups have been in production since, I believe, 2012. In the original 1965 reissues, Jaguars came out, the sibling to my 65 American Vintage Jazzmaster. So I'm like, oh, there's nothing special about these, and you guys sell these pickups as standalone parts and have sold them for years. I reached out to Fender, and I basically just said, look, either send me the right pickups if this was an error, or fix it on your website. And this went back and forth, and they tried telling me I was wrong. No, not with this, and I will stand my ground, especially on a matter of this utmost urgency and importance. Eventually, the lady, I think it was on the 3rd attempt of talking to them on the phone, she acknowledged. She's like, yeah, these are what came stock on the 65 American Vintage Jaguars. And I was like, well, then why are you doing this? I said, please just change it. Don't give me any money. I don't want your store credit. And they never did. So that also kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But the important part is, did it play great? Did it sound great? It sounded pretty good, what you would expect. It didn't play phenomenally, and it just didn't work out for me, man. I don't know how else to say this. This guitar was kind of a dog, if I just am being totally honest with you. But it's not to slam Fender. I've played very expensive custom shop guitars from both Gibson and Fender that have left me saying, wow, that one just doesn't have it. Not all guitars do, and that's what makes, whenever you do find a really special guitar, whether it is a lower priced guitar or a more expensive guitar, if you really connect with it, man, hold on to that thing. Don't let it go. Don't make the mistake that I was forced to make, or had to make, with the 50th anniversary Jaguar, and then the first Fender Custom shop Telecaster that I had, because it's very hard to catch lightning in a bottle twice. And I think the thing that sucked so much about this experience was that I really wanted to love this guitar. I didn't buy that guitar to be making a stupid video about this, complaining about how I just didn't care for it, how I didn't think it was that great of a guitar. Certainly not a $2,500 guitar. The Kinko's Sherwood Green Jaguar that I had was a substantially better playing guitar to my hands, and the way that I actually like to play that guitar was also came as advertised. I just little things, man. And Fender's response to the whole thing and leaving the website, even to this day, you go up there, it's going to tell you they're 60th anniversary pickups. They're not. And I know, you know, some people are probably going to listen like, this is the silliest thing for you to, you know, complain about. But I don't like when brands are dishonest. Deliver on what you say you're offering. But at the end of the day, I kept that guitar, I think, for a month. And I sold it. I ended up holding on to the Custom Shop Jaguar for a little bit longer until I got the right price for it, and then I let that one go as well. So as of right now, no Jaguar for me. One day, absolutely. I'm always looking for the right one, but this one was certainly not it. So getting down to brass tacks and answering the question, would I rebuy this guitar? I would maybe rebuy this guitar only if I played it in person first. And taking it a step further than that, I don't think I'm ever going to purchase a brand new American Fender guitar sight unseen ever again. I've always felt that way about Gibsons. I've just been a little dodgy, same kind of thing over the years, not always the best, but when they're great, they're fantastic. Same thing for Fender, but I've had enough kind of bumps in the road, so to speak, when it comes to Fender as well, that I'm putting them in that category, and it sucks. They do make some of my favorite guitar models of all time. It really does suck to say that, but for the amount of money that these things cost these days, I can't do it. I'd have to play any of them in person. I still love Fender guitars, and when they're great, there's nothing like them, but I would not rebuy this guitar sight unseen, or any Fender guitar sight unseen, unless it was from Fender Japan. Those guys always knock it out of the ballpark and give you a hell of a value on top of it. Alright, now that we're done with the video, I didn't want to start off on such a negative, you guys. I wanted to start off with something positive. And next week, we are going to be doing a much more positive kind of video about a guitar that I'm not sure if I would rebuy it. I haven't put that much thought into it yet, but I really, really liked it. And that is the Gibson ES Les Paul. If you're interested in that, same time, same YouTube channel. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.